Hi, welcome back. It's so good to see you again. I'm so glad you came to visit. Please pull up a chair, hit that subscribe button if you want to be able to know when we're going to meet so that you don't miss any of our fun chats. So glad that you came back for a visit. I enjoy our visits so much. And today I thought I would keep my promise. I promised to show you how I menu plan. And when I was checking for a grocery list, it is that time again for me to plan a grocery list. And I remembered that I promised to show you how I do my menus. So grab a pencil, grab paper, grab a chair, grab your waters, and let's get down to having some fun. I'm going to scoot you up just a little bit closer so I can lean back. Got a little bit of sunshine coming in up here, so we'll just pretend it's a nice little halo. So the first thing I do when I make a chat with you is I actually think through planning it. So what I did is I actually made an example of what I'm talking about. So the first thing you need is a blank calendar. You can print one out, you can buy one at the dollar store, or you can just make some squares. That's all this is just 4 rows of 7 squares each row. Easy. And I just used colored paper because that's just what I had, and it was fun. So, of course, for fall, I used orange. So, when I made my menu plan for the last summer, for the last season, my goals were to not use my oven and to try to cook as much fresh stuff as I could. So that meant that I actually had to cook every night or prep stuff ahead of time and have it freshly, prepped and ready to go. So before I started making ours for the new season, I tried to think about what worked and what didn't. So my new goals for the fall season was to actually use my oven more and to actually cook less. Now, one of the things, and the reason that I have chosen some of these is because some things just did not work in the summer. It didn't work for our schedules. It just did not work. So I wanted to change up a few things. So hopefully this will work better. Of course, schedules change, and sometimes you have to move things around. And if you have to move things around, that's okay. Hello, S'mores. We have a kitty visiting today. So, the first thing I did is, again, this is what I did last time, is I tried to think of what are some of our favorite foods. What are some of the things that your family loves to eat? Are they a Friday night pizza family? Or are you a Taco Tuesday family? Whatever. So I came up with different themes for each night of the week, just to make planning easier. Just for me, for my mental work, I wanted to make this easier. Let me get you adjusted a little bit better here. Okay. So for Sundays, just to make it easy, it's the weekend, it's Sundays, we're going to do a breakfast for supper. Haven't done that in a while. It's easy, a very easy meal to do. So for Mondays, because my family loves Mexican food, that's a favorite restaurants to go to. So I didn't want to keep doing tacos all the time. So I came up with some different types of things. We're still going to do tacos one week. We'll do nachos one week. But I found some new recipes. I found like a taco bake. I found a bake with some taquitos. Just different stuff to kind of mix it up, break it up, so it's not just tacos again. Because in the summertime, we had fajitas. We would have steak fajitas or chicken fajitas with our tacos and stuff. So I wanted something a little different. So for Tuesdays, it is a rice and pasta night. All the dishes that I'm going to make on Tuesdays, and these are Tuesdays that I'm going to be making bigger batches. This is something that I know I will have leftovers for Wednesday. So when I cook these up on Tuesdays, I'm not going to be cooking on Wednesdays this time because that's when I get my groceries. That's the day that I do a lot of my planning. I reset the house, the pantries. I pull out what we're going to need for the week. And it's a very busy day for me. So I don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen cooking. So we're going to use that day as an easy leftover day. So on Tuesdays, when I'm making it, we're going to do like beefy rice. We'll do jambalaya rice. Those are things that I can add veggies to. I can kind of bump it up a little bit so there's a little bit more there. It's a little bit more filling, and I can get 2 meals out of that. We're also going to do like a spaghetti night. We'll also do like a pasta bake one night. And again, these are things that I can put the leftovers up, and on Wednesday, we'll have leftovers. So Wednesday is leftover night. I don't have to cook. And I'll be ready to go. Thursdays again, this is fend for yourself night. If there's leftovers, you can eat those. Fend for yourself. This is a day that I do a lot more meal prep. Okay, I do meal preps. This is when I make like freezer meals, or I prep the veggies. I prep the meat that's going to be frozen for the different things when I come back from groceries. Even on the off weeks, those are the days that I might do some creative baking. We're going to talk about this. You know, there are some fun, really great recipes. We talked about them. I shared last week when you came to visit, or last time you came to visit, that I was looking through our family's recipes to find out what are some of the fun recipes that I want to make and I want to enjoy. So Thursdays, that's the baking day. So again, I don't want to cook. So that's fend for yourself night. Now, when I do get groceries, let me tell you, I do buy some frozen meals, some easy prep stuff that they can just throw in the microwave, the air fryer. They can just pop it in. It's ready to go. It could even be a salad if that's what they want. But it's something that I myself don't have to do. Now on Fridays again, Fridays ended up being a night that my husband had to work late some nights. It's Friday night. Traffic can be crazy on Fridays if you're working in big cities. Last night was not a Friday night, and my husband still was a little bit late just because of traffic. He called me one night and said, "Hey, is there a wreck? Because I'm stuck. We're not moving." So these things kind of happen, and you know, we all have to deal with that. But on Fridays, I said, you know what? We're going to do crock pot soups. I won't have to worry about it. If he's running a little bit late, it's no big deal because it's just keeping warm in the crock pot. Well, of course that changed, but we're still going to do soups on Friday night. So we're going to do like grilled cheese and tomato soup. We'll do taco soup. I've got white chili down. We tried a new recipe kind of this month of September. We've been trying kind of some new recipes. And we did a cheeseburger soup that they really liked. So that's another one that I can pop into the microwave. And when I make soup, it's a crock pot meal. It's a big crock pot. I showed you my crock pot last time when we made the white chili. It's big enough that there's enough for the next day. So on Saturdays, there's leftovers. I don't have to do a lot of cooking. And there's plenty of leftovers that can just heat up some soup, or sometimes we just keep the crock pot on warm so it stays warm. It stays well enough that you can do that. Excuse me. I am outside, as you can tell. I'm enjoying this fall weather. So, hi kitty. So these are some of the fun things that I have. This is how I plan my menus. So I just divide it up into kind of categories, theme-like time things. Now, if your family, like I said, likes tacos and you're fine with a Taco Tuesday, do Taco Tuesday. Don't reinvent the wheel here. Just on Tuesdays, do tacos. That's okay. I have a little kitty here. But you do something that works for you. And my goal this time was not to spend as much time in the kitchen because I did want to try some of those special family recipes, and I wanted to be able to enjoy that and relax that. So grab your calendars. So these are some of the ideas that I did for my family. I looked at what worked for us. What have we not had in a while? And this is going to be repeated for, we started it in September and we kind of tried out some new recipes before I actually got them on our menu. But we're going to use this, so we used it for September, we're using it in October, and we'll also use it into November. And of course, it'll change because of holidays and things like that. If you got to bump meals around, it's no big deal. If you need to do your soup on Mondays because that's just what works and you got your leftovers on Tuesdays, that's okay. It's no big deal. It's your kitty. Yes, I know, kitty. Kitty's enjoying outside too. Yes. So, this is what's going to work for us. As I'm doing this, I kind of look through, we have a list that I make of kind of like our favorite meals. And I know in December when it's cold and we're looking in the Christmas season, I know again, I'm not going to want to do a lot of cooking. So again, I'm going to be thinking about what are some of the casseroles or meals that we can do that we'll have leftovers for the other day. What are some of those good, warm, fun meals that are special in our family? So I know that probably in December we'll put tater tot casserole back. My mother-in-law used to make tater tot casserole. They loved going over there to my mother-in-law's to enjoy that time with her, and she'd always have a meal for them. This is s'mores. Yeah, kitty. Where are you going? Yeah, she needs some love. So I know that in December when, you're really wanting those cozy meals where the love of whoever made it's coming back through that recipe. So I know we're probably going to do that. We also have another chicken recipe. Kitty? You okay? All right. Chicken recipe. All right, kitty. Oh, kitty. You're going to have to get down, sweetheart. She's got a little sore on her. He's okay. No. No. Get in, baby. Get in, baby. Okay. She wants up here in my lap, and there's just not enough room because she'll be up in your face, too. So if you like a kitty in your lap, she would love to come visit. So another recipe that we use, it's a chicken recipe, but it actually uses, no, kitty. It actually uses like a stovetop dressing. No, kitty. She's determined. You're getting to know all of our critters, aren't you? So it uses like a stovetop dressing. So I know that that's going to go on sale because of Thanksgiving. So I know I'm going to be able to get a good deal for that. Here she comes on another side. No, kitty. Get down. Get down, baby. Go sit in your chair. There you go. There's the other chairs. She'll be just fine. Plus, around the corner, there's a hammock. She can enjoy the hammock for a little bit. She just don't want to. She wants up here. So this is how I plan my menus. It's not hard. It only takes a few minutes. If you do those 3 steps that I do, 1, get a blank calendar. Just a blank calendar, a blank piece of paper, however you want to do it. You can even use a blank notebook. You can use a notebook if you want to. 2, think of themes. There's a bug. We're just having all kinds of interruptions today. I'm so sorry. So the second step is to think of themes. What kind of theme can I think of 4 meals to go with that? So at one time, my family would do, we would do an Italian night. So we might have spaghetti. We could do lasagna. We could do stuffed shells. We could do pizza. There's so many different Italian. You could do calzones. You can do pasta bakes. And so I could get at least 4 of those type meals. That's what I'm talking about. So If you like Taco Tuesdays, what kind of different ways can you do tacos? You could do regular hard shell tacos. You could do soft shell tacos. You could do the flavored shelled tacos. There's 3 right there. You could do broken tacos, which is essentially nachos. You could do a taco salad. There you go. It's all taco night. Or you could get specific like we did. We have a taco bake. We have taquitos. However you want to do those things. If you like breakfast, and we're going to do breakfast night. So I have down muffins, and I found muffins on sale at the store, so I went ahead and bought some different types of muffins. Now in our family, I don't need 12 unless I'm going to, share those with other people or freeze them. So I got the smaller packages. They're not homemade, but they're going to work for a quick, easy meal. So I have chocolate chip, I have blueberry, I have wild berry. You could do birthday cake, you could do pumpkin, you could do apple, you could do banana, whatever kind of muffins that your family likes to have. And so, of course, you have eggs, you have bacon, you have sausage, biscuits. If you like to do biscuits, you could do a casserole, and you could throw some of this stuff together and do a casserole. You could do a grits casserole if you're from the South. That's also a good one. Or sometimes we'll have a waffle bar. I'll make up waffles, and we'll have different toppings for the waffles. So, of course, you could do syrup. You can do different kinds of syrup. You can do fruits over top of your waffles. My grandfather used to like to do applesauce. My grandmother would do gravy. She would do a tomato gravy. That was not my thing, but they liked tomatoes. And they'd always have a bunch of tomatoes in the summer, so she'd make a tomato gravy to go over the waffles. So if you like more of a savory type waffle, you can do those. You can have omelets over your waffles. You could make waffle sandwiches. The possibilities are endless. You could do sprinkles on your waffles. You could do chocolate chip waffles. Whatever your family likes. You could do the same thing with pancakes. And you can even take the muffin mixes and you can use those as your base for pancakes. I think it even tells you. You'd have to check and see. But it probably tells you on the bottom of the package, or I'm sure it's on TikTok or Pinterest or something, how you can actually take those and actually make pancakes out of them. So you can get different flavors of pancakes. Now, I will share a little secret that I use when I make pancakes. And we had pancake day when my mother would stay with me. Something special, and we'd have pancake day. And what I did is I would take some of our flavored creamers for the coffee, and I would put that in the pancake. So because it was a creamer, it actually made it more fluffy, but it actually gave it a different flavor. So if you wanted pumpkin spice, you could get pumpkin spice creamer, and you could put pumpkin in it, or just do pumpkin spice seasoning. Ooh, let me adjust this because you're getting blinded. There you go. So those are just some of the things. You can do cinnamon rolls. You could do omelets. You could do build your own omelets, because you can make loaded omelets and things like that. You're going to have hash browns. Excuse me. You can have breakfast sandwiches, breakfast burritos. It's endless, but all you need is 4. 4. That's all you need. Because when you get to the last one, you're just going to start all over again. And you're going to rotate through these. So what I did, let me show you. Let me put this back so it doesn't fly away. Is I took my calendar, and I'm actually due in October, and I wanted to make sure that I shared this with you. Let me adjust this again. Hang on. Hang on. I'm not centered, but maybe you won't be. You actually get to see our little playground over there and my pretty plants behind me. But what I did is I actually just took our calendar. This is in my little planner, my new planner that I was showing you. And I just write the menu on for the day. So this is the basis, and then I just fill it in. So we got to the end. The last one, the fourth one, is cinnamon rolls. But there's 5 Sundays in October. So this is the 4th Sunday. So what am I going to do for that one? I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I just started all over at the first one on my list. So I just went back up here to the first one, which was muffins. And that's what we're having here. So easy. Don't make this complicated. Don't make it hard. So, and that's all you have to do. So the first step was to get your blank calendar. The second one was to get your theme and come up with 4 ideas in your little theme. Okay? It could be easy night. Frozen pizzas, hot dogs, corn dogs, chicken nuggets, taquitos. It don't have to be hard. This does not have to be hard for you. Think about your schedules and what day you have more time to cook those bigger meals. So, and then once you got those 4 meals, just plug them in. And when it comes up, you just rotate through these. And that's all there is to the menu. And I'm going to use this menu for 3 months. So, like I said, the first month, this month was kind of a trial month. This is where I tried a couple of new recipes to see if my family liked them, and I wanted to keep them on there. Sometimes they don't care for it. I did a taco bake. I kind of created a taco bake lasagna thing last night. I'll tell you all I did. I put salsa on the bottom of the 9x13 casserole. I put tortillas, just like flour tortillas. I cut them into pieces where I could kind of layer them down. I put the taco meat on top of that, cheese, another layer. I put some more, I put more salsa down. Then I did another layer of tortillas, meat, and cheese. And I put a little extra cheese on the top. Now, I only had enough for 2. I would definitely do this again. They really loved it. I didn't have any left over, which I thought in a 9x13 I could, but I only did 2 layers. So I think if I do this again, I will definitely, hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry. That was just our mail lady. She's delivering our mail for us today. So what I would definitely do next time is put probably some rice or some beans, something to beef it up a little bit if I'm wanting leftovers, because there weren't any leftovers. Another thing I need to make sure that I do, and I probably, on mine, the way I left enough room on this, I can make little notes on the recipe if I need to watch it. I need to watch this casserole. I'm going to adjust you here a little bit because there's sun coming in. I'm going to adjust it to make sure that I don't overbake it. Like I said, my husband just didn't get home the same time he usually does, and so it got a little crispy. It was fine. They ate all of it, so it's okay. They ate it all. So that's all there is to my menu. This isn't hard. I can't give you a menu. I know a lot of people like to take menus that other people have done all the work for, and those are great if those work for you. Grab a monthly menu that you like and just repeat that for a couple of months. Make life easier for yourself. Do what works for you, because this is your family. So I have a verse to share with you today that I found, and I said, you know what? This is perfect for what we're talking about today, and I wanted to share it with you. Oh, another thing, I'll show you this too. I put my menus just on a little sheet protector. Just so that, and I keep this in my red notebook that I've showed you. And the reason is it don't get nasty. If I'm flipping through it or whatever, it doesn't get nasty. It doesn't tear the pages out. That's just another little tidbit. But I wanted to share this verse with you. It is found in 1 Corinthians 10:31. And it says, "So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God." And that's what it's really about, isn't it? Bringing God glory. You're caring for your family. You're providing food for the people that you love. That's bringing God glory. There's nowhere in there that says this has to be hard. There's nowhere in there that says this has to take 4 hours to cook. Unless you put it in a crock pot, but that's usually a fix it and forget it. It's bringing God glory. And when you are loving your family through providing their foods, you're seasoning that with some love. And that brings God glory. So thank you so much for joining me. We got a plane going over. If that's you, hello. Thank you again for joining me. Please come back next time. I look forward to our visits so much. Leave me a comment down below if you have a new recipe that your family just loves. And thank you for visiting. We look forward to seeing you again. Love you. Bye.